You know that.
I'm ready.
You're ready.
Okay, it's 6 o'clock. I'm going to get us started. One of our county legislators, Majority Leader Nadisha Hernandez is here and would like to speak.
Well, good evening, my colleagues. So we can say evening yet the sun is still. It did know to So I don't want to give you too much of an update. We are only in our second session. January is really more of an operational session, getting things in play. And our first session with items on there was February and now March. And I just decided, I was speaking to a lovely counselor over here, Al Bernard, and we decided, it's a great thing for me to come and just give you some updates. We do have some great updates. I'm just gonna quickly speak on Shopping Town Mall because you can read everything you need to read in the newspaper. And I just have a little bit of extra just to look the newspaper if you haven't noticed it already. So the county executives said that we have the ability now to market Shopping Town Mall at our home because we won most of those intimate domain cases. What is holding us up right now is that the parcel Macy's is asking for a lot of money. What the county executive is hoping that because we paid 4.5 million for Sears, that the judge would cap it at that price, meaning that Macy's wouldn't go over that amount. So that is still being worked out. We were told that next month we will have a new RFP in place. We're waiting for that. Once we have that information, and I will come back and give you another update. That's really most of the information that wasn't given until what's going on. But that is just more important and relevant to know what's going on. A second piece that's a little bit more relevant that they left out was the county executive is now only looking for those developers and looking to, give that land, southern land to those developers who want to do mixed residential use, meaning none of the stores in that mall can mimic any of the stores in the Marshalls Plaza. So they have to be unique to Syracuse and have to be different. And what else is going to happen is have to have mixed residential use, meaning businesses. When we speak of businesses, I know sometimes you think of those regular businesses, right? Like maybe you own a business and you want to put your business there. We're looking to have more industrial businesses in Shopping Town. The county executive, I saw, yep. So that for that. Secondly, we on February 3rd, we corrected some errors on some certain tax bills. What we did was we corrected a tax bill for Drummond's, reducing the tax bill from 130,519 to 65,386.65. That's a big deal. The second one we did was on March 3rd. We passed a resolution that corrected a tax bill on the Barker Hill Road in Jamestown, reducing the bill from $15,955.10 to $13,211.83. So we're reducing, right? We like to hear our property tax go down now. And then on March 3rd, what we also did was something for our seniors. We passed a resolution for our senior citizens property tax being exempt for residents 65 with limited income, providing up to 50% of county taxes for income under $50,000, with a sliding scale up to $58,400. And this must be filed annually. So our seniors must file this annually to keep this RP 467. And that's the form they need to file. It's an RP 467 that needs to be filed annually so they can keep this eligible.
Nadisha, for this one specifically, how do you plan to get that into the community? Are you relying on us to distribute it? Will the county be making effort to notify folks?
Well, right now, word of mouth is everything, right? Okay. So when I'm relying on everybody to make sure that you get this to your constituents who fit these eligibility requirements.
did you do a press release or something?
We did not do a press release. That
That
is
would be a
something,
good way and that would generate some of the media things so people listen to the news.
thank you, but I will speak to
If you get
other county legislators.
after Eagle Bolt is right there.
What did you say?
Eagle Bolt is right there if you get a minute later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jason, front page, buddy.
Okay, this is good stuff, right? But that's the only updates I have for you. I thank you for giving me this time. Like I said, we spoke about me coming more regularly. There is also a town hall happening with Alex Bernard, myself, and County Clerk Emily Esty on the 21st from 12 noon to 1:30 PM at Janesville DeWitt Library. At that time, constituents will be able to come and ask questions. Yes.
The two businesses which you said that they reduced the taxes, you have the names. Then,
Yeah, so the first one is, oh,
well, Drumlins was the one,
Drumlins.
yeah.
Barker,
And Barker Hill
Barker
Road,
Hill Road,
is that just everyone that's on the street?
yes.
oh,
Those are tax corrections.
Yes,
So there was
they're
an
just
error
correction.
in their tax bill and they were notified. They-
Okay, so they didn't grieve it. It was a notified. Okay,
No, thank you. Yeah, they do grieve them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that what started the process or did the county recognize it?
Usually what happens is grieving, we're notified, right?
Yeah,
We
yeah.
don't know about.
That's
the
how we're
tax
notified.
bill, yes. So it was grieving, it was taking a look, we took a look,
Okay,
and then we found the tax errors, and then we went back and we changed and corrected
Great.
them. And then we passed a resolution to make sure we corrected them. So it's for Barker Hill Road.
okay. The last question is Shopping Town, going back to that. So the eminent domain thing is still pending. I think the February 11th was the one last time. There was a court hearing. They are going to put some decision in few months. So he wants to buy out Macy's before, because if it's in our favor, there's no reason to shed money.
So from my understanding and county executive, he gave an update at one of the meetings, so I'm taking this from his place, from the Rotary meeting who came and
Yeah.
told us information. Yes, that is true, but 4 days ago, there was another update on Shopping Town Mall. So that last update was in February, but now there's another update. So from the new update, we won most of those cases.
Right.
And because we won most
All
of those
of them,
cases,
yeah.
that all of them basically,
Yeah.
yes, that we're now can say that it's ours and we can mark.
Right. So when he talked about industrial development, right, that's kind of, did he mention anything regarding the feedback of the town, working with the town, as well as I know he's required to, probably he would be expected to work with it, and the community at large, because people who are living here, their voices needs to be heard, right?
Yeah. So Legislator Romeo is currently working, and we're all working to have a listening session, right? And from my understanding, Legislator Romeo said that he has spoken to County Executive Ryan McMahon, and he's setting up some time with him so he can also be a part of that listening session, so we can get
Including
the
us.
information. And I can definitely also
Yeah.
make sure I include you.
Yeah.
And we keep you informed of when it's going to be. Legislator Romeo is still working on that. It's actually in his district. How it plays with me is I'm right across the street, so I get a lot of phone calls about it.
Right.
But yes, we would definitely make sure that you have all that information, so you can be a part of that listening session. You
Yeah.
can sit at the table.
Yep,
and
that's
you
what we
can
would like.
Inform your superior.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, we are all living here,
Yes.
living and breathing, so it affects us.
And it's
Thank
been
you.
closed for
Thank
a
you.
long time.
Appreciate it.
Yes. So I lived in Clay for 30 years, and now I've been living in the town of DeWitt for 5 years. So I left Clay dealing with Great Northern Mall, and now I'm here dealing with Shop.
You attract them. You attract them.
I wouldn't say that.
But that's
yes,
good.
Thank you
Have
so
this-
much, and
Thank you.
we'll keep you informed about that listening section.
Thank you.
She hit
Thank
it
you.
here. She got
You know, for the last couple of minutes, and it's like a special, she's right there. Change the money, it's fine. We would have seen her leave a bit.
Is there anyone else that would like to address the board at this time on a topic that is not on the agenda this evening? Yes.
Hi, my name is John Castellini. I live at 302 Westminster Road. I would like, I'm having an issue with my driveway. I would like our attorney to send an email. I'll provide my wife's email address to him. Just let her know that our driveway is in violation of town code. I believe when we bought the house, driveway was that way, but I believe when that law went into effect, the previous owner widen the driveway anyways. So you can help me keep her quiet and let me write. Send that email.
Please, well, before you go, give us your email and
I can put her email.
there we go.
Let me know when you're gonna send it, so I won't be home then.
Sounds like you might be sleeping in the dog.
Yeah, I can enjoy the garage.
Yeah, she's watching it right now.
Could be.
Is there anyone else who would like to address the board this evening? Okay, with that, please rise and join me in the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Roll call
All right. Supervisor Rectichelle.
here.
Counselors Alex.
Here.
Fiorenza.
I'm here.
Gupta.
Here,
Lee Hood. Here. Mannion.
Here.
And Stevenson. Okay.
First item on the agenda this evening is the Residential Commercial Urban Exemption Program, RP 485A. We talked about this at our last meeting. There is a draft law in your materials. Basically, what we did for the affordable housing component was to require a minimum of 20%, basically, units be classified as affordable housing according to the definitions as given here. These come from the U.S. Housing and Urban Development Department, and it's on a sliding scale. So if there's 5 residential units, one would need to be classified as affordable, and then at 6 through 10, 11 through 15, and basically it shifts from about half to a third, depending on where those breaks are, up to 20%. So the action that we would be taking tonight would be to set a public hearing to hear from the community if they have any comments, and then to eventually pass it. Are there any questions or comments on the draft law? Yes, Bernard.
I think it is most definitely wonderful, of course. It is needed and long overdue. And I just really hope that people come out and that we just advance this. So fully supportive of this.
Right. Yes.
yeah, I second, it's such a great forward thinking. My question will be that how many properties kind of are there, if you have an environmental scan of the town of DeWitt that we will have? Especially when Micron and different things, the housing becomes a very important part of our growth. That would be nice to convert some of those things, like City of Syracuse has done a bunch of things.
I don't believe we really have a census of what would be possible, but there are a number of areas that this could be put in place if people were willing to do the mixed use conversions. So
Apply to get to the overlay district first.
yes, but we have pre-approved a number of areas for the mixed use district. And I think for one, the area right along Genesee Street, both Mario and Salvo's Plaza there, and then on the other side with those shops over there. If someone were to come in and say, I want to build apartments on the second floor of all of these, all of those would be eligible. If somebody wanted to build apartments over by Wegmans, where that separate plaza is over there, they were going to build apartments above on the second floor of that would be eligible too. We, as a town, are trying to promote mixed use development as much as possible. So I would hope that this would have a good effect, but it would be limited to existing commercial buildings that are adding residences. Yeah.
Not for the new one.
Not for new. Yeah. So if it's a new building or if it is a residential building that they're adding commercial that doesn't.
So is there any reason we don't want to? I mean, was there anything that?
That's just what the law,
Oh, that's what-
that's what the law said.
That's, yeah, the state program that we are enacting limits it to that.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I follow up to that. If there is a project that is using or getting federal funding for new housing, this would not be applicable in that instance if they're receiving federal funds.
If it's for new housing, if they were receiving federal funds for a conversion, then yes, this would still be
But not new.
possible, but not new, no. I do believe it's something to look into. Our assessor mentioned when we talked last time that there were some other programs available as well that we may want to look into if it's going to, if we can use that to advance housing, especially affordable housing.
And I look at affordable housing for opportunities for, just getting out of college, maybe OCC or just coming through, for young persons or younger families that would fit within this category until they get their footing to be able to purchase a home. So, private residence. So it is an opportunity it's a draw for young people and for those that just need a few minutes to get themselves up and going too.
Absolutely. Are there any other comments or questions?
So like I could get my children out.
Yeah, out of the house. Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Okay, so if there are no other discussion, then I'll take a motion to set a public hearing for our next meeting, March 23rd at 6:05 PM. From Indu and a second from Sarah. Yes. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passes. Thank you.
Public hearing?
Yes, so we'll have a public hearing on
Third.
the 23rd. And then depending on the public comment that we get, then usually afterward, we have a vote immediately after. Okay, second item on the agenda this evening, refuse collection contract authorization to prepare bid documents. This is mostly prepared already, but I would like to have a quick discussion tonight, and then authorize Doug Miller to prepare the bid documents, and then hopefully in a couple weeks, he'll have the bid documents that we can then authorize to go out to bid. Basically, the idea is here that with the letter that went out relating to recycling, I have spoken to Okra, and they have no need for us to move off of our current system right now. There are other towns that are also still using blue bins. They actually said if we wanted to go and buy blue bins ourselves for distribution to our community, they would put us in contact with the distributor, but that they were not purchasing blue bins anymore. We are looking at this point to just continue the services that we have right now. So basically rebid out our trash collection as it has been done in recent years. The only real change to the document that I'm proposing is that rather than a 3-year contract with 2 one-year renewals, to do a 2-year contract with 3 one-year renewals. That'll only lock us in for 2 years. And if we can examine the situation, and if things change with Okra, or we decide that we want to move to either a different collection style or different bins, that we would have the option to do that in 2 years rather than 3. Are there any questions? Doug's here if anybody had any questions to ask Doug about that.
No, we're not changing any of the stage, steps, phases, or whatever.
Yep, so this would still be bidding out at the curb and at the house and at the 3 different levels, with the option to basically just buy stickers if you want. Would all be the same. I would expect it to come back at higher price given the inflation and everything, but we have to bid this out. We are at the last year in 2026 of our current contract, and we've expended all of the optional years.
End of June?
Yeah, I think it's nothing type.
So who pays for the bin that I bought when that letter came out? I went out and bought one of those.
That is why I don't want to change anything now, because some people have purchased bins and are using the stickers, and this will allow those to be used for the next few years.
I didn't buy stickers. I bought the bin that's covered.
Yes,
That's what the letter said.
yes, I know.
We went out and bought it, and
Yeah.
then now you're saying that.
It's not mandatory. There definitely is benefit to moving to the covered bins, and we are not purchasing blue bins right now. The county is not providing any more blue bins. So as people's blue bins break, we do need them to go out and buy a bin. And then we did provide stickers, and we do still have more stickers that we can provide to anyone that needs them to designate that for our trash hauler, that this is the recycling bin.
So right now, open our,
Asking is that a letter stated that you needed a covered bin.
Yeah.
So I bought a covered bin, and then the town comes back out and says, well, disregard that letter because it shouldn't have been sent. So my neighbor and I, we went out and bought these covered bins. I'm not complaining about the bin, because the bin's great. It's covered and it holds quite a bit. What I'm saying is, we bought it because the town told us we had to buy it.
Yes, I know. And no one sitting up here saw that letter before it arrived in the mail. So I apologize for the miscommunication on that front.
so the open is still fine. The people who have it, they don't.
If you still have a blue bin, that is fine. If you are,
It breaks.
until it breaks, then yes, buying a covered container will
makes
serve
sense.
the purposes. Yeah.
I was moving, rain or snow, all the recycling was wet.
Right, right.
Yeah. So we're carrying water.
Nothing flies, nothing. It's better off than it's coming.
And it prevents litter.
We address increases in gas pricing in this contract, or are we gonna allow the contractor to come to us with suggestions?
So I believe it's written it would be written the same way, that there is a price given gas prices in there. But if there is as there is right now, a drastic increase in a gas price, they can come to us and show the receipts basically that it's costing us 50 more cents a gallon of gas, and we do have to reimburse them for that.
Yeah, I believe there's an escalation clause. Says if it increases by
We've used it before.
percentage,
I remember.
Okay.
remember?
Yeah, I think it was like in 2022 or
Yeah,
something.
I remember looking over with Doug and.
It'll be easy next month.
Yeah.
So Doug is going to work on that
Yes.
contract and it will come back to us.
And then we authorize to actually go out to bid. So we take the documents, we say, okay, Doug, put this out to the street so that people
Yeah, yeah.
can bid on it. And then the
Yeah,
procurement committee, subcommittee will review.
It's preparation.
Yes, we're just in preparation. We'll review, and then it comes back for us to actually award the bid. So it's a 3-step process. Yeah. All right, are there any other questions? All right, well, I will take a motion to authorize Doug Miller to prepare the bid documents from Bernard, a second from Joe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Thank you. The third item on the agenda tonight is to authorize matching funds for the 2025 New York State DOT TAP grant. The grant proposal should have gone out. I believe there were the associated documents with diagrams of what the project was actually going to look like, the costs. Those costs are high. I don't want to quite say inflated, but there are a number of factors that, because this is a federal grant project, they make us use very high numbers for contingencies and engineering and all that. So I would hope that the project would not actually be that expensive, but there is a requirement for about $800 and some odd $1,000 of local match. I do believe, did everyone get the estimate from Rocco? I believe I sent that out as well.
It's in the pack.
It's in the packet. He believes that work that can be done by the highway department can account for around $565,000 of that commitment of the local match, leaving about $300,000. We do have time. If we are awarded this grant, we would find that out this year. I would go to our legislators and ask for other state monies to help us with that local match. Pam Hunter has come through on in the past, providing significant money for the sidewalks on Thompson Road between Springfield Road and Erie Boulevard. This would similarly with the two schools on Randall Road and the significant number of students walking in that area. I think this would be a good chance to get some more funding, dropping our actual local tax contribution much below even $300,000. But that is we applied for this grant a couple of years ago, did not get it. There are a lot of good projects around the state that apply for this grant, and there's a limited amount of funding. So just because we're applying for it definitely does not mean we're going to get it. But this is just one step in approving the local match. We're saying that basically we are actually going to do this if we get the money. Do I have any questions on this project? Yes, Indu.
It's a great project. So just to clarify a few things which you had summarized. It's 800 and 20% is the one. So in the grant proposal, there is a table there. I think that's what went to the grant proposal, right?
Yes.
So 20%. So funding request is 3.5 and change million, and we are going to do match with 875, 76, and hopefully state will give us some. That's something we can request it.
We can request, yes.
If they don't, then we'll have to find. So in the next year's budget, let's say for everything that we got the grant, and we got the grant of 3.5, and now the state was not able to give it to us.
We wouldn't know that for next year's budget. If everything goes great and we get this grant, we should know this summer, early fall. Yeah. I would probably look to include the rest of the match in our 2027 capital budget,
Right.
and then look to the 2027 state budget to reimburse ourselves for some of that money. Yes.
Do we get anything from the county?
We have gotten money from the county for different projects in the past. That would definitely be another source of funding to look to, yes.
And so you said, Rocco said that like it will be in the $5 million?
So there's $565,000 that of work that our highway department can provide.
Can do, right.
Yes, as that would beat that,
Yeah.
go towards that $875,000 match.
Thank you. Thank you.
Will any of this work encroach on homeowners' properties?
Doug, you can speak to that.
We took our surveyor and we pulled all the property maps. And the indications that we have know that there's enough right of way space in between the edge of the road, property owners. So in that cost estimate we put in, we had no cost for right of way acquisition. Because our initial reaction, our initial review indicates that there is enough right of way. Many of those subdivisions that come up against Randall Road when they're put into play have the right of way.
Even with the bike lanes as well. Adding bike lane, I should say.
What is it over, that when we laid the Tecumseh Waring Road one, was it 30 feet from center line?
I think so, right?
So there's a lot of room, from center line back.
So some of it, when you're going up to Randall Road, when you're driving, there are some areas like there's a little hill, and how you do that? There's not a whole. I know, I was just looking at it
Yeah,
and
so-
just like, whoa, this is kind of too tight.
Yeah, so in some of those areas, we had costs in there for retaining walls.
Okay.
That's part of the expense of why the project is expensive, is because in that area specifically, there are retaining walls needed to make sure there's enough space for the roadway and the bike lanes.
So do you need sort of because sometimes, we want to avoid unexpected thing. any of the residents can object to that. I mean, nobody should object to sidewalks.
If it's in the right of way,
Yeah.
no, I mean, the residents can object, but
Do we want to do one of those meetings that we did for the Waring Road?
Yeah.
yes, we definitely need,
Yeah.
we definitely need to do that.
Yeah.
But this is a low enough, we did that when we had the money for,
Yep.
yeah, so definitely,
Together, then it
when we
should-
get the money, then we'll do the
It's a good thing
outreach.
to have. It's
Absolutely.
in is the very important part.
Yeah.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions, I will take a motion to authorize the matching funds for the 2025 New York State DOT TAP grant. From Sarah, a second from Carrie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Motion passes. Thank you.
What we need out of this meeting too, I don't know if you need to have it on the record, but we need the resolution of supporting that.
For
Yeah,
You can do a motion to pass the resolution. I think
do that.
might have understand what you just did, actually.
Question that I have, Doug, is to authorize local matching funds in the amount of $876,120.
that's it.
Yeah.
For the-
Okay.
Yes, I have.
Okay, so I think that's what I think we just did that.
Yes.
So we can sign that.
We're
and that
good.
should be good. Okay.
And then Ange get it over to us. It's gotta be in 12th, which is Thursday.
Yeah, we can take care of this tomorrow. So this. Okay. Stuck in. Okay. Highway superintendent. Authorization to post water maintenance worker one.
Yeah, so we're looking to post for a water maintenance worker one and as well as a water maintenance worker two. A little bit higher qualifications, obviously, for the two. So we're looking to just basically look for some more experienced staff, licensed operators. Just to basically be able to do some more work internally. And have a staff that can actually do a lot of the work during the day, regular scheduled work hours. So it's a beginning step. So we're just looking to go out there, post and see what we can get for applications at this point.
Okay.
Any questions from the board?
What's the team looking like right now? How many bodies are you down?
So just one,
Just,
we
okay.
just, the new hire from Colorado started last week, doing well so far. So very happy with him. He brings a lot of knowledge, which is a good thing.
So do these workers, when you hire them, they can directly go, they have like a little time for the training and you cannot. put
Yeah,
them-
he's working with,
No, I mean, these ones, sorry.
these were, the new ones we were trying to hire, we would like to get licensed already, somebody that's already licensed,
Oh,
a
okay.
P and a D operator,
Okay.
which would save us from training them.
Right.
I appreciate both of these hires. I think continuing to expand our water department to do as many repairs and work in-house as possible will help save us money and make us more sustainable in the long run. So that's very good. All right. Are there any other questions or comments? Okay. Do I have a motion to authorize to post for water maintenance worker one from Bernard, a second from Joe? All those in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. Motion passes. Can I have a motion to authorize to post for water maintenance worker two? From Patricia, a second from Sarah. All those in favor say aye. Opposed say nay. Motion passes. Okay, our water meter project, change order number 3.
So Doug prepared a change order number 3 for the board. So we're looking to get authorization tonight. So there's a bunch of different items on there. Estimated quantities, which are just estimated, but we feel they're pretty close to number wise. Except for the wire runs, so far, we've got 25% of the project done. And we estimated 3,500. So right now we're at 477. So we're hoping to come in a lot lower, but we still have a lot more to go. So that would lower that number a little bit, but we figure we would probably come back. Robin prepares a monthly report to the board. So we probably would have to come back to you guys monthly with this change order and probably update it or give you an idea where we're at with quantities. Anybody have any questions? Initially, Doug's here to speak on this too. Anybody have any questions about what's on there or what this entails?
I mean, this is more of a person who doesn't know much about the water thing is, so these were, added thing because when they went to change them, they realized there was more things were needed,
Correct.
right? So,
Yep.
and that you will expect them in the future also, I would think, because the original estimate did not include those.
Yeah, so there's some things in here like the line freeze. $250. So what happens is they go into a house and they can't shut the water service off at the curb. So this is actually potentially cost reduction because they'll freeze the line, then they'll take the meter out, they'll put valves where the valve wasn't working. So it'll be 250 plus 200 if they have to put a valve on. And then we keep moving, we hook it back up and away we go. If we didn't do that, then we would have to go out to the curb, dig up the curb stop, with a 4-man crew and incur, a half day's charge. So, when the Core and Main, the contractor on the valve offered this, we jumped at the opportunity. Now, we don't know how many there are. That's what we've estimated, 10, like Rock said. It may be less, it may be more. And we've also, on some of these things internal to the organization, we've made Robin the point person. So that if they find a change condition like that, they call Robin, and if they can't get a hold of Robin, then they call Rocco. And then, Robin or Rocco gives them the authorization. So it's a unit price change, but we wanted to get this in front of the board because there's a mechanism to change the contract, and we didn't want costs to add up without the board knowing what's going on out there. So it's a little bit of a wag of how many of these we might have, but like Rock said, the wire runs look like, that's coming in lower than what we expected.
So the increase is 31 and 217,000. Oh, no, that was approved, from previous.
31,000 was approved.
Yeah, so 217 this one. So what more to expect later on? So that's what I think now. And thing is, right now, what the work is doing there, do you expect more till the completion of the work?
We don't anticipate anything at this time. But those other two change orders, the first one,
Yes.
it's a math error. We got a credit of $44. The second one, when the bids came in, we saw that the bids were in really good shape, and we talked about it as a group. And what we've done there is we've added pressure sensors throughout the whole community, if you remember. So that was a pretty cheap date to bring the department in the water system up to current not regs, but
Yeah, current staff.
20%,
Yeah.
so that we know where breaks are instead of having to hunt all around.
Yeah.
So that was change order 2, and then this change order 3 off our weekly meetings. These are the things that have come up. And we've had a very good discussion with the contractor. They've been pretty, I don't say pretty, but they've been very transparent and very helpful working with Rock's group, and Robin's done a great job coordinating this whole thing.
That is making our water system much, much better.
Yeah, and when we get done with this, I mean, part of the reason we did this is, we needed to upgrade. The meters hadn't been updated in decades. And now once we get this up and running, it should reduce operating costs, and it should assist staff to be able to do things much more efficiently.
Yeah.
Right, without that stress level of everything that had been going on before. And then we don't have to send somebody out to read. It's all radio reads to
Right.
a repeater into the office, and all the different options that we've talked about in the past.
What is their accuracy? Are they good when you switch from one system to another one? Is there any quality measurement you do, or what is the historical thing to compare?
Yeah, so, it was interesting when we went out for procurement, where, we had interviews, so we pre-qualified four different firms. And then we asked for proposal, then we put a bid document together. And then after we bid it, we negotiated. So, we feel very confident with the group that we have of the product. But there are certain things that Rock and the group wanted and needed, and everything was in that document. And the accuracy, I forget what it is, but it's going to be an accuracy that just hasn't been here in the past. You know, we should be able to account for, with the sensors and the meters, we should be able to account for lost water and, you know, that reduces, you know, cost to the community and, you know, the operational cost of, you know, having somebody like Robin or some of her office staff now being able to just, you know, point and click off, you know, the computer screen is gonna be fantastic. And actually, this is one thing that Aqua is a little bit jealous of because they can't go through their whole system and do this. Right, so.
It's nice being a little smaller sometime.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions or comments? Okay, I'll take a motion to approve change order 3 for the water meter project from Bernard, a second from Joe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those say nay. Motion passes. Budget adjustment for drainage equipment, Controller Fusco.
So talk about this in, our budget committee meeting. But basically, we are looking for 3 budget adjustments. The first one is for the excavator that was authorized and budgeted for in 2025. It was ordered in 2025, but it didn't come in until 2026. So we did not anticipate that it would be that late. So we didn't budget for it in 2026. So we just need to increase the expenditure line in the drainage district, $77,215. The second increase in expenditure line is for a brush truck. Same situation. We ordered it in 2025. It's not coming until 2026. That is $161,463. And the third adjustment is for
Replacement dump body.
dump body.
Truck. It was supposed to be here before the end of the year and it was delivered in everything. Well, the brush truck is being built currently. We should have that in a week or two. The excavator we received in January and as well as the dump body.
Oh. What happened to the expenditures in 25?
So that expenditure line rolled back into the fund balance.
So it's washing away. This, it just goes back there, it comes.
Yeah.
So you don't have, at this point, I think that you can have like a encumbered or purchase order, something that it will not reflect in the budget. So next year when it comes, they say, hey, it was there last year. We didn't do that. I don't know whether that will improve all this, or that may be something, you know, so it will be like extra. We just don't touch that part because the things are already ordered.
Yes, the new purchase order system is.
Much better.
Yes, they'll create an encumbrance line.
I know,
And then
which
they'll
is-
roll over it.
Yeah, which would make life easier for everybody.
Yeah. Yep, it'll be a slow transition, but we're working towards it.
Slow and steady with race.
Yes.
That's what people have.
Any other questions on the budget adjustment? Okay, do I have a motion to approve? From Sarah, a second from Indu. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Motion passes. Okay, town board minutes from our February 23rd meeting. Does anybody have any changes that they need made? Seeing none, I'll take a motion to approve from Bernard, a second from Carrie. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Motion passes. Okay. Angela, request to purchase an additional BAS license.
Yes, we currently have 4 licenses in the BAS system which is our clerk program. They go by user license, so you can't just log on any computer. The need is for the counter computer so that we can help residents easier without having to go back to our desk with the windows there now. The cost would be $2,400 one-time fee, and then they reduce the yearly annual fee from 1,000 to 500 because we're a current user. So I'm hoping to get that today.
Yes, Patricia. You just want to make a motion? Are there any questions? Okay, I'll take a motion to approve from Patricia. Is there a second? From Bernard? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Okay, and then an update, Angela, for your annual conference.
Thank you, Sarah. I went back and, although the amount that I figured would handle the airfare, the hotel, and the registration, it did not include incidentals, so I do not anticipate using up to the 3,000, but, I thought that was a safe place to be, to cover all expenses, so I'm looking for that, approval for the 3,000, up to 3,000 for reimbursement for IMC.
I'm just curious, so where do you pull your incidental ratings from?
Those are the,
Are they from the
help me
GSA?
think of the word,
PSA.
Yeah, the GSA schedule.
yeah, and they're specific to Reno, it's IMC.
Yeah. Thank you.
So your original was 1,500, I think.
No, 2,500.
Or 2,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, you forgot you have to eat.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Are there any other questions? Okay, do I have a motion to approve the increase? From Indu, a second from Sarah. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes.
Thank you both for all of it. I mean, thank you for both, all of you. Words will come out.
Okay, we have the check register of March 2nd. Are there any questions for Controller Fusco? Okay, seeing none, do I have a motion to accept the check register? From Carrie, a second from Bernard. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed, say nay.
I do look at it just project and say.
Yeah, I find, I don't usually find something I can just ask about, you know, in there, but the more questions I ask, and there, so many of them are repeating expenditures, that I'm gonna start running out of things eventually. Okay, town board updates. I did want to share, since our last meeting for the public, the town of DeWitt has been fortunate enough to receive a $5.7 million capital grant from Governor Hochul for our water project, upgrading our Maple Drive pump station and building a water storage tank at Lemoyne College, along with associated lines and pumps. So that's great news for the town. I'm very thankful for the governor and that her agenda of investing in upstate New York's water infrastructure aligns with our needs here in the town of DeWitt. So we're still working out the details of exactly when that money is going to come in, but we are moving forward with the project full steam ahead, since we have a very limited construction window on Lemoyne's campus this summer. And we are hopeful to be done within a year. So great news for us.
Cool.
Yes.
How does it impact the ban thing which was approved?
So we're going to go forward with the ban because from a cash flow perspective, we're most likely going to have bills before we can get money from New York State. And usually grants from New York State are,
Bill them.
yes, they're reimbursements.
Yeah.
So we'll still need to spend the money.
Do they
for-
pay the interest too?
We can,
Or send it?
yes, we can, as soon as we get the money, we will work to pay those bills off and pay the ban off as fast as possible so that hopefully we have very limited interest that we have to pay on.
Okay, thank you.
Are there any other board updates?
Yes.
Bernard.
I had conversation with the Springfield Gardens, the board president, and she wanted me to pass on. I'm so glad the chief is here. That she says, I don't know if the chief is. They're doing some additional training and all, but they are well pleased with the visibleness of the police. But they talk to the kids. It's just going. They don't feel that they are being overly policed, but they are feeling they are being thought of and taken care of. And they were very, very appreciative of that. So, thanks, Sharon, I appreciate it.
We do community engagement. Nice.
Are there any other updates?
Terrible.
Do you wanna speak for the police commission annual awards one more time?
Yeah, so we're gonna have our police department PBA annual award ceremony March 21st at 6:30 PM at the Doubletree. Hotel. I know there's a conflict there with the East Syracuse Manoa gala that night, which we didn't know about, so. We'll be there.
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
We get there late, chief.
I understand, I know, we had a conflict in the scheduling.
How late does it go? It's 6:30, 8:30 or something?
Yeah, about 9:30. 9:00 for Karen.
Yeah, good party.
You can leave whenever you want. How about that?
Yeah, it's a good party.
It was good last year, right?
It was a good one.
Great party. So.
Okay, are there any other town board updates? Okay, well, seeing none, we have a few executive session items, so I'll take a motion to enter executive session from Indu, a second from Joe. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. We are now in executive session. We got here just in time to head out.
6 o'clock, 7.
6.
Yeah.
But good news, we're public hearing, 2 weeks, 6:05.
Yep.